Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. We're back on the Just Trains West Coast Mainline Overshap, and we're going to be absolutely flooring it down the mainline in the Class 101. So it's all set up and ready to go, just to wait in time and the signal. So we've got about 30 seconds and then we'll be out of Carnforth. But as we're at Carnforth, let me show you something really cool. Let's just leave the train. Look at the little cafe here, look at that. It's like a sort of a train memorabilia. Interesting, a train memorabilia cafe. And there's a collectible in here as well, the mints. But yeah, quite a cool, cool little cafe. Nice little details to it. Right. We got the signal. Let's get the doors locked, and then we shall get going. Right, we'll set that to first gear. And you got the guard buzzer now as well, which is always nice to do. Right, let's go out of Carnforth. So 10 miles an hour starting speed. So we got a fairly short gap over to Lancaster, but then after Lancaster we're down to Preston, which is what, 20 odd miles. So that's going to be the sort of the long bit. But that's all right. I was thinking, should I do it in the Pacer? Should I do it in the Pacer? But I thought, well, the Pacer doesn't actually come with the route. So I thought, well, we'll do it in the 101 first, and then maybe at some point we'll do it going the other way in the Pacer. Actually, yeah, to have the Pacer, you require Blackpool branches, which is the other Just Trains route in the game. We're up to 15. Should really do a little brake test. Okay, yeah, let's do a little brake test now. Yeah, that's working fine. And something you may have noticed if you haven't seen this train before is there are gears on it, which, don't be scared, the gears are fairly straightforward. It's actually easier when you have the HUD off, or at least it's easier to look at the actual gauge in the cab than the one they have on the HUD, which is a bit more, yeah, it's not as easy. Right, let's speed up. So you can see, look, it's in yellow at the moment. As soon as that goes up to being beyond yellow, we'll throttle down. So throttle's coming down. Wait for it to the revs to sort of end, and into second gear. And then repeat the same process over and over again until you get to max gear. So again, waiting for the little pin to reach the end of the yellow. There we go. So we'll throttle down. And once you've done this a few times, it's like, yeah, straightforward. Third gear. It's like driving a car, a manual car. Bit sort of like, oh, how do you do that first? And then it clicks. So almost at the top of the third gear range now, and then we'll pop it into fourth, which will take us up to 75 miles an hour. It's not the fastest of trains, this one. It's not really meant to be fast. Built on the cheap. Yeah, it's come from Millom, this service. Assuming that's somewhere on the Cumbrian coastline. Which, talking of sort of other lines, a lot of people have noticed. Oh, look at that! Beautiful. A lot of people have noticed that the Windermere branch is actually fully laid out. The whole track for the Windermere branch is there, but there's just no scenery. So is it going to be a case of maybe in future there will be an extension to Windermere? Which the Windermere I think comes off at Oxenholme. So this one here? Yeah, this bit here. Apparently all of the track is there. So I wonder if in future we will maybe get a paid for extension, or like the Leven branch, a free update. Be interesting to see what they do with it. Or maybe they just laid it and maybe it was part of the original plan and then they cut it back. Don't know. Right, we're basically at 70, basically maxing out the train now. Should be going downhill, so I am going to, well actually we're already in 4th gear. So you're meant to coast in 4th gear, I believe, on this train. So yeah, just coast it now. Not really much more we can do, we can't go much quicker. Well, no, we are losing a bit of speed, so let's keep the power on actually. And once we do get up to Hestbank, which isn't much further along, it then won't be too much further to Lancaster. And you get the Morecambe branch. This is Hestbank. I think it's spelled H-E-S-T, but I always hear it pronounced as Hess. So I think it's a silent T. So you've got the junction indicator here, which would take you, I think, down to Morecambe. Yeah, so the only sort of point on the west coast where you actually meet the west coast. There it is. Yeah, I believe that will be the Morecambe branch, which will then go off, which means we're about 2 miles off Lancaster. And we don't need to worry about dropping the speed yet, as we're only going 65. And we don't have to worry about neutral sections, as we are a diesel train. So neutral sections, we don't care about them. Right, double yellow. We do need to care about that. So brakes on here are a little bit different as well. And the lapped brakes, which actually, believe it or not, I actually quite like. And find them actually fairly, I don't know, they're good. So let me apply some brakes. So if we apply some brake, look at the gauge there. Applies it, set it back to laps, which sort of holds it, and then we just keep that pressure as we slow down. The worst type of brakes are vacuum brakes. They are disgusting. That's what the some of the steam trains in the game have. Vacuum brakes. They are the worst. But lapped brakes are decent. Alright, let's speed up again. We've demonstrated the brakes, but we've come down a bit soon. Yeah, so what you do, and then you set it to release. So now we're in release now. Should be the approach control coming into Lancaster. Should be approach control. And hopefully the game audio is alright as well. I've got it sort of fairly low, but I'm going to turn it up a bit. Hopefully that will be sort of perfect. So each train, it's like every video it changes depending on what train we're in. So never know that sweet spot. So yeah, cool. As we head along. Nice and steady as the next signal will be red. It should be approach control, but also we can't assume it's going to be that. So set the brakes a little bit, set it back to laps, so that will hold it at that pressure. And then we'll just let the speed come down. And then if we're coming down a bit quick, we'll release it a little bit, set it back to laps. And there you go, that's now changed, so we'll set that to release. I'm going to put the gears down, or second gear, which should be good for what speed we're at. And then fire it up again. And it's 20 miles an hour coming into Lancaster. 20? Yeah, 20 I think. So L1, so I suppose that's what? Lancaster 1. Platform 1? Yeah, possibly no. Or maybe, I don't know. Or loop, could it be loop? Loop 1? We've had B1, which I assume is Bay platform. But L, possibly loop? As there is a loop platform here. Across the river there. Let's get a nice little shot actually on here of our mighty 101. It reverses quite a long distance really. Nice little shot there. Should we try and get one slightly further back? Nah. Let's change that field of view a bit. Don't mind me in the photo mode. Cool. Yeah, it's a nice little unit to drive. And it's engaging as well. You don't just sort of shove it into power 4 and that's it. You've got to change the gears. The brakes obviously lapped, so there's a bit more to do with it. And I think you have to coast in gear 4th gear. I think that's like the rule about this train. Obviously you don't have to do that, but there's a 101 probably bound for Morecambe. Oh, Barrow, that one. Oh, no, they might go down to. I know some of the services. I think they come down, go to Morecambe, and then back out to Lancaster. Right, let's put it down to 2nd. Or even 1st gear would be alright here. Oh, no, we're not going into where we thought. I thought we were going over there. But no. Put it down into 1st. It's L1. Lancaster 1? Loop 1? What does L1 mean? Because we have B1, which obviously must be Bay. But L? Might be loop. What do you think it would say, like L4 or something? That's platform 4. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where we stop. Probably aim to sort of stop, within the sort of main central area. Probably already have people trying to get out already. We go right in front of the little coffee shop or little cafe. That will do. And then slowly come to a stop. Here we are. This is Lancaster. Why do I feel like that's a big collectible? Nah, I don't think it is. Would be cool if it was. Slightly run down. Here we are though. The fumes guzzling out there. And the fumage has been improved on this train as well, as opposed to the old sort of versions. A bit like the 47 when JT sort of went in and improved that. It's 21 miles. Right, let's go. 21 miles non-stop in this thing. It's going to feel like a very long way. I mean, even in the 87 between Lancaster and Carlisle, it feels like a fairly long section. And we're doing 25% less in speed. Well, even 30% less. Basically, stick it in 4th gear and just let it roll. Nice flange to it as well. As we head out onto the main running line. And as soon as we're on, just full whack. Let's do it. We'll just about reach 2nd there. Imagine that you had to hold down a clutch or something to change the gears. Obviously you don't, but imagine there's a clutch on here. into third. Cool. But I mean, the train has all of the necessary equipment. You've got the T-cock over there, which is the I'm assuming it must be, which is the track circuit operating clip. So in an emergency, you could pop that down, and it would sort of break the track circuit, which would then set the signals to red in case of an emergency. Basically, if the train, I mean, let's say one coach derailed, or maybe a couple, and the track circuit might basically break, or it might what's the best way? Yes, say if there was an accident, a couple of coaches, maybe it flipped over. Flipped over. Well, the train's probably not going to show to the signaller on the panel. I mean, this is the 80s, so it'll be a big panel. It won't show, so it will look like it'll basically look like the train's vanished. Nothing's there. So by putting the T-cock down, track circuit operating clip, it will then, sort of show the train or show something as being there. So the signal, further back will go red because there's something occupying that bit of track, which would be the track circuit operating clip. And I assume in one of these cupboards you've probably got detonators and a red flag as well. Cool, so just full whack now. We're in 4th gear. Let the train overdo it basically. Full speed. And there's 2 different variants of the 101. You've got the 2-coach version and the 3-coach version. And in a fair few of the services, you can guard it as well. Well, the guard mode on here isn't that. I've done it. I probably will do a video at some point, but it's not overly exciting. And the signals make it a bit funny as well. Obviously, on modern trains, you've got to close the doors, do the ding ding, etc. Whereas on here, it literally is. I was doing it the doors will close themselves as a slam door. And it's just press the buzzer and that's it. So you're not really doing too much. And the signals on this route change when you get the time, which is a bit annoying, because then you can't really dispatch the train properly. So there is guard mode, but it doesn't sort of entirely work. It probably works best on the pacer, as on the pacer you actually would have to close the doors. Which there is guard mode on the pacer. And there's also guard mode on the fast services as well, on the 87. You sit in the back in sort of the guards compartment, and there's a buzzer as well up there, and you can stick your head out the window, which is quite cool. But again, it's fairly, it's just all the doors will shut automatically, you blow the whistle, and I think the train actually starts going anyway, even if you don't buzz the driver. So it's there, but not quite. But there is still guard mode on this route, if you're into that. Although I think the best train in the game for guard mode is the 170. The 170 on the 5 circle line. I haven't done it as a video yet. But with the Leven branch, they brought guard mode to 5 circle. And I would actually say that probably is the best functioning guard mode we have at the moment in the game. It works really well. And also another thing about guard mode on this route, they've changed the ticket design to like an older style ticket. We will take a look at guard mode. Maybe do like a little Morecambe service. Yeah, we will take a look at that at some point. Just prioritising the driving for now. Let's get a flyby shot. Let's coast it as well. Kill the engines. Look at this though. Oh, let's go down there. What's that? Oh. What an awesome train. And these ran up until I think 2003, these trains. Into central Manchester within 2003. And I think the last one was on the Conway Valley line. So yeah, these trains stuck around for quite a long time. Oh, I love that like hum of the 87 as it approaches and straight past. Love it. So again, this stretch is going to feel quite long. I think we've got another 15 minutes of just basically non-stop. I mean, if you look on Google Maps, the route it puts the route into perspective of how long it is. You sort of look at Preston, and then you sort of got to, sort of scroll the map up, so it's like, well, there's Carlisle up the top. It's a really, really, really long route. Yeah, I do recommend have a look on Google Maps. Of any maps, and just say sort of Preston and Carlisle's all the way up the top. It's like, wow, that's in TSW. That's it. Where would you get if you went 90 miles southbound? Would that be Crewe? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at sort of a similar distance. Whilst there's not really much to look out for at the moment. Where would you get? There's Birmingham. Then do the finger measurement. Carlisle to Preston. You'd get near enough to Birmingham. Wolverhampton. So that's near enough Birmingham. Well, that would be quite busy though, I think, that section. Oh my god, that was... Whoa. Bit of a bumpy ride there. Report that as a rough ride. Oh my god, we're really all over the place. What's going on? Have we derailed? That's swaying really from side to side, isn't it? And you have got suspension on here as well. So great. In fact, yeah, all of the trains included with the DLC, the 47, the 08, the 101 and the 87 all have suspension. So that's good. And I recommend if you you should have head sway, turn it up to 200% if you can, as that makes it even more of a rough ride. So we keep the power in 2, just to keep us at a nice-ish speed. We're going about 60, 68 at the moment. Let's get another shot of the train. Oh, I wonder if by owning this route, I don't know if they've mentioned that, but I might put that question out, and if I get an answer, I'll at some point on another video or whatnot mention it. But I wonder if you own this route, does the 101 from this route go over to the Blackpool branches route? Well, actually, yeah, once we get to Preston, we'll check that. Because at the moment on Blackpool branches, it uses the one from Tees Valley, I think. But obviously now we've got the better one. Yeah, I wonder if by owning this DLC, the 101 will go over to Blackpool branches. So if you didn't have the Tees Valley line, you'd still get the 101 on Blackpool branches as you own this route. Yeah, we'll have to check that. And if not, yeah, maybe I'll send a question in. So it would sort of make sense to replace the Tees Valley one on Blackpool branches with the sort of updated one, the Just Trains updated one. Yeah, we'll certainly have to have a look at that. And as we're in this train, we do not have to worry about the speed limit. I think there's a speed limit coming into Preston which is 75. So once we see that, we'll be alright. There's one neutral section, and then the next neutral section is just before Preston. Well, at least that was the warning for the neutral section. Pop the little thing down a bit. Blinded by the sun. Cool. And also, good thing to remember, if you are driving this train, remember you have to open the window to open the cab door, because there's no handle or any sort of, to sort of open it from this side. So you got to pull down the window, and then it will then allow you to open the door. I'm sure that might catch a few people out. Hello, passengers. Watching what we're doing. Pretty cool thing about this train, though. Sort of sit right at the front. A driver's eye view, basically. Hello. But this train has been in the game for donkey's years. Yeah, this train came out with Northern Transpennine. That's the first time we saw it. So that was December 2018 is when this train came first to the game. But obviously this is an updated version. Part of this route. So we've had the 101 for quite some time. And then soon enough we're going to get the 104. Which the 104 is very similar to this train, having the gears. That's going to be for the Peak Forest route by Simtrack Studios. Looking forward to that one. And it'll be cool to see if it goes on to any other routes as well. Right, 10 minutes and we should be coming into Preston. It's a long stretch though without a stop though for the 101. Yeah, 20 miles without a stop. In this. I wonder if there's any train. Is there any trains behind us? Poor buggers if there are. Anything behind us? Nah, not for... no, not for 8. I mean, there isn't, I don't think. No, nothing which will be slowed down by us. And there is one sign that you're coming into Preston, and that's the fact you see the massive spire of, I can't remember what it's called, St Mary's or something, or Anne's Church. Yeah, there's the big spire you can see. It's quite sort of almost invisible Preston as you're coming into it. You sort of go around a corner and then you're there, you're in Preston. So the spire is sort of your giveaway. Okay, what do they call that? Those in F1? They've got them in racetracks, chicanes. It's almost like that. Sort of. You sort of get a straight line, and then sort of round the corner, and then there's Preston. I suppose as we learn the route, we'll know. As we learn the route more, we'll find out all the best places for braking. The worst station's Oxenholme. If you're going northbound, it's fine, but if you're going southbound, you don't see it until you're coming into the platform. Well, from about 100 metres before the platform, you actually get your first glimpse of Oxenholme. But yeah, if you're going northbound, there's a neutral section just before Oxenholme, so that's sort of your giveaway that you're coming up to it. But yeah, southbound's another story. Cool. Keeping an eye out on the horizon. Should be there in about 5 minutes. It's been half hour already. Doesn't feel like it's been half hour. Jenny, it's been quite a quick run. Feels like it's been, what, 20 minutes? Let's get another little shot. Right, let's coast it. Hopefully we won't lose too much speed. Mm, 65 already. Maybe keep a little bit of power on. Keep us going. Lovely. Would be cool. I haven't seen it on other routes. Oh, hello. Custom motorway sign. Yeah, like to see that. That's good. Obviously, the motorway looks all shiny and new, as it probably would be in 1986. What was I saying? Can't remember now. What was I saying? Genuinely can't remember. But yeah, we'll oh, this is Preston coming up now then. Yeah, we'll check check to see if this 101 goes on to Blackpool branches. And if not, I wonder why not. I wonder if that is a plan in future. Right, so that was a double yellow, but it changed to green, so we're following something. Yeah, this must be Preston coming up. Is that a speedboard there? As if it is, it's the only... Yeah, it is, yeah. That's like I think that's the only sort of more modern speedboard there is on the route. So 95 that is. And you can see the spire for the church there. So that means we're coming into Preston. We made it. So it's quite quick actually. Fairly soon the Blackpool line will join up with us. And then we're there. That's it. Journey's end. But another nice journey. On sort of the lesser scenic part of the route. Like the scenic part of the route is Carnforth and above. Yeah, that's where you sort of actually head into sort of the Lake District. But this bit's still really nice and well detailed. Oh, that's what I was mentioning. Yeah, with fields and sort of the crops in fields. We don't have it where in winter the fields are basically dead because it's winter. Because on the Dovetail barn by Train Sim Germany, they've got some sort of seasonal thing on it. So crops will be sort of harvested in, well, the winter months, and then you'll see them growing sort of throughout the year. You've got that on Dovetail barn, but not on this route. So sort of one of those extra little things. Right, we did have a junction indicator position 4. So I'm going to take it slow as I don't know the crossover speed. Can't be too, so that's probably 25 miles an hour. So it's at 25. I'm going to set the... So we'll keep it in 4th gear. Just as we're sort of coasting. It'll be here, what is it? 25 here. 25, good. There's the line from Blackpool joining it. Again, that's another route you can get, Blackpool branches by Just Trains. Would recommend, and it gives you the pacer for this route as well. Platform 2. And yeah, almost bang on 36 minutes like it said it was going to be. There are 47 somewhere. There was a 40 in there as well. Nice. Some sea cows in there. A bit of breakage. You've got new sounds for the brakes as well. As before, they used to be very, very noisy and a little bit distorted, whereas now it sounds good. So this would be the platform you'd usually come on for the Ormskirk service on Blackpool branches. Right, we'll sort of stop. Oh, any time now, really. In between the subway and the footbridge. So I just would terminate and then go back out. Here we are. This is, yeah, that's that. And this then there probably goes back out as and when. No, it can't be to Ormskirk, can it? I doubt it's to Ormskirk. Maybe it goes empty somewhere. That's all the Blackpool services. Well, it might go to Ormskirk, possibly. That'd be cool. Let's see what it does. That was fun. Says there was speed in there. Oh yeah, because the top operating speed is 75. But really we barely went above 75, so don't know. But I mean, literally just. So I mean, that's, to me, that's a fine run. Right, what does it do next then? 11:30. Oh, Preston shunting line. Okay, let's come out quickly and we shall check Blackpool branches. Have a little look, see. That's weird though, where it said we were speeding. Because yeah, the top speed in... Well no, the line was at 75. But our top speed on there was what, 67, 68? Cheeky bugger. Anyway, let's quickly take a look and then that will be it. But I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Obviously big thanks to Dovetail for giving us a key to show off the route. Obviously been very much enjoying it. Blackpool branches. 101. You have got it on there, so quite possibly you can. But if we didn't have Tees Valley installed, would it activate? That's my question. Apart from that, hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links, usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. See you all. Take care. Bye guys.